Kids Satsang, Level 1, Session 2. A friend in need is a friend indeed. Welcome to Kids Satsang, Level 1 for kids 7 to 10 years old. Since parents will decide whether they want their kids to participate in this satsang or not, I will first give a brief message for the parents before I begin the actual satsang for the kids. I am Dr. Aruna Bhargava. I conduct phone satsangs once a week via free conference call for kids. So far, I have Level 1 and Level 2 satsangs. Level 1 is for 7 to 10-year-olds, and Level 2 is for 10 to 14-year-olds. I started this 3 years back for my own grandkids, but through word of mouth, it kept growing, and now I have over 50 kids calling in from all over the country each week. This is a once-a-week satsang every Sunday night. I have a psychology and sociology background and have been a spiritual seeker all my life. These satsangs, therefore, are more spiritual than religious. They also provide life skills coaching for kids. In these satsangs, we call God Bhagwanji and see Him as the all-powerful, all-intelligent source from whom we can experience as light and love. God or Bhagwanji is above us, all around us, and He also lives in our heart as our very best friend. Kids learn to develop a close relationship with Bhagwanji, who guides them when they need help. I encourage them to talk to Bhagwanji every night before going to bed. For each satsang, I pick a topic that kids have to deal with in their day-to-day lives, in school and outside. I also teach them some basic mantras, chants, and some spiritual teachings, and a brief meditation. At each satsang, I tell the kids a story to illustrate the teaching of the day. The satsang kids call me Nani. For more information, you can visit my website, drarunabhargava.com. drarunabhargava.com. If interested in joining the weekly free phone satsangs, you can email me at drbkidauthor@gmail.com. drbkidauthor@gmail.com. Today's topic is a friend in need is a friend indeed. So let us begin, as we always do, with the Gayatri Mantra. Please repeat after me. Om Bhur Swaha. Om Bhur Swaha. Tatsavitur Varenyam. Tatsavitur Varenyam. Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi. Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi. Dhiyo yo na prachodayat. Dhiyo yo na prachodayat. So a friend in need is a friend indeed. Now kids, in good times, everybody is your friend. But the real test of friendship comes when things are not going so well in your life, when you're in trouble, when the person who stays with you and supports you at times like this is the one who is truly your friend. The person who's by your side is your true friend. If you have new fancy toys, the latest DS and Wii games, and lots of kids would want to be your friend and play with your new toys. But if for some reason you don't have any of these nice toys, or you're not well, the friend who still comes to play with you and tries to cheer up when you're sick, he or she is your true friend. When you're sad, the friend who takes the time to listen to your troubles and offers you good advice is your true friend. If you're about to make a big mistake, the friend who points that out to you, even though you might get mad at him, is your true friend. You are lucky if you have one or two such good friends. We don't have like tens of such good close friends. Such good friends are rare indeed. It's not important if your true friend is rich or poor, whether he has a fancy name brand clothes or not, whether he has nice toys or not. That's not important. What is important is that your true friend should have good character and strong values. Good character and strong values are wealth far greater than money, because nobody can steal his character and values from him. But any petty thief can steal his money. Someone who's rich today can be poor tomorrow. It doesn't take long to lose everything. Let me tell you a story about true friendship. This story took place about 3,000 years ago when Krishna lived in India. People were no different then from what they are now. Human beings haven't changed very much in the last 3,000 years. Krishna was a prince, and he went to school, a school called Gurukul. It was what we would call a boarding school today. Students went to their teacher's house and lived there for 10 to 12 years, and the teacher taught them everything they needed to learn. So many other princes and commoners also went to the Gurukul. There was one boy in the Gurukul whose name was Sudama. He was the son of a poor Brahmin priest. Sudama had very good character and very strong values. He was honest, hardworking, compassionate, and truthful. Sudama had he had a very good heart, and that is what Krishna liked very much. So Krishna and Sudama became very good friends. After many years, when their education was finished, all the students returned home. So did Krishna and Sudama. Krishna became the king of his province, and Sudama became a small temple priest. Krishna got married to a princess and lived in a palace. Sudama married a poor Brahmin girl and lived in a small, dilapidated house. One day, the temple closed down and Sudama lost his job. He became even more poor and had no money at all. By now, he had 3 children, and he had no money even to buy them food. One day, Sudama's wife said to him, "Sudama, you talk so much about your friend Krishna. Krishna is now the king of a rich province. Why don't you go to him and ask him to give some money to help you?" Sudama did not feel comfortable doing that. He didn't want to go to his friend and beg for money. But the situation at home got from bad to worse. Many times, his children had to go to bed hungry. Every day, his wife pleaded with him to go to his friend Krishna and ask for a little money to tide them by until Sudama found another job. Finally, Sudama agreed to go and see Krishna. "I will be seeing my friend Krishna after so many years. I can't go empty-handed. What can I take for him? He's a king. He has everything, and I have nothing," said Sudama. Sudama's wife brought a small cloth bundle and put it in Sudama's hands. "There is some puffed rice in that cloth bundle. Give that to Krishna as a gift. I have nothing else in the house to give him." She said, "Puffed rice is like Rice Krispies." Carrying the small cloth bundle of puffed rice, Sudama went to Krishna's palace. Krishna's kingdom was far away, and Sudama had to walk for several days to get there. Finally, tired and dusty and hungry, Sudama reached Krishna's palace. Seeing this poor Brahmin wearing torn and patched up clothes, the security guards at the palace did not allow him to go in. They didn't let him enter the gates of the palace. Sudama begged and pleaded with the guards, "I am the king's childhood friend. At least inform him. And if he doesn't want to see me, I'll leave." But the guards would not listen to him. "Our king does not have paupers as friends," they said. Disappointed, Sudama turned to go. Just then, hearing all this commotion, Krishna looked out of the first floor window of his palace and saw Sudama. "Sudama, my dear, dear friend," he called, and came running down the steps to the gate and hugged him. He took Sudama by the hand and led him inside the palace. There, Krishna's servant brought some warm water with rose petals in a jar. Krishna invited Sudama to sit on a large golden chair with a soft cushion, and he himself sat on the floor and placed Sudama's tired feet in a small silver tub and washed them with warm water from the jar. Then he wiped them with a soft towel. Krishna ordered his servants to prepare the most delicious meal they had ever made. When the meal was ready, Krishna personally served it on a golden plate and gave it to his friend. Sudama was starving. He had never eaten such delicious food in his life. He ate his fill. During all this time, Sudama was feeling increasingly embarrassed about the small gift he had brought Krishna, so he kept trying to hide the bundle behind his back. Krishna noticed that. Once Sudama had finished his lunch, Krishna smiled and said, "Sudama, my friend, you'd better give me the gift you brought for me. I noticed that you've been trying to hide it from me all morning. Give it to me now." So saying, Krishna took the bundle from Sudama, opened it, and started munching on the puffed rice. "This is delicious," said Krishna. "I love puffed rice." So saying, he finished all the puffed rice in the bundle. The two friends chatted about old times and had a few laughs. Soon it was time for Sudama to leave. Even though it was obvious from Sudama's torn and patched up clothes that he was poor, Krishna never asked him if he needed any help. It was as if he hadn't even noticed the torn clothes. On the other hand, Sudama was too embarrassed to bring up the subject of his poor circumstances and ask for help. So the two friends said goodbye and Sudama left the palace. As he walked home empty-handed, he worried about how upset his wife would be if she heard that he went all the way to meet Krishna and never asked for any help. His children would have to go to bed hungry once again. His thoughts as he walked several days were very sad. And finally he reached the small town where he lived. But he couldn't find his house. "Where has my little dilapidated house gone?" he wondered. He stopped a passerby and asked, "Brother, the poor Brahmin Sudama's house used to be here. I don't see it anymore. Do you know what happened?" The passerby pointed to a grand mansion that stood where Sudama's small house used to be. When Sudama stepped inside, his wife came running to him, wearing a silk sari and gold jewelry. His children came running to greet him. They were wearing beautiful clothes. They had plenty to eat, and they no longer looked thin and emaciated. There were servants in the house and security guards at the door. Sudama immediately understood that without saying a word, without asking a single question, Krishna, his true friend, had understood his need and given him much more than he could have ever imagined. Sudama smiled and sat on the soft, comfortable chair in his large living room. A friend in need is a friend indeed, he thought, and in his heart he thanked Krishna profusely. So kids, tonight, think about all your friends and pick out those 2 or 3 kids who are your true friends, who are always there for you through good times and bad times. Once you know who your true friends are, then value them, cherish them, and never take them for granted. And in return, be a true friend yourself to them. Now, we're going to repeat our new Jain mantra. Since we have some Jain kids, I have included a Jain mantra. It is a powerful mantra and it removes all the obstacles in our lives. It is called the Namokar mantra. So please repeat after me. Namo Arihantanam, Namo Arihantanam, Namo Siddhanam, Namo Siddhanam, Namo Ayariyanam, Namo Ayariyanam, Namo Vajjayanam, Namo Vajjayanam, Namo Loe Savvasahunam, Namo Loe Savvasahunam. Now we will meditate for 5 minutes after doing a systematic relaxation. Kids, these few minutes are the best investment of your time because I know how busy your schedules are. There is karate, there is baseball, there is soccer, there's tennis, and for girls there might be ballet classes, Bollywood dancing classes, and schoolwork and homework and play dates. So kids are very, very busy these days. And there is no time for the mind and the body to relax. So these few minutes of relaxation will heal and rejuvenate your body. It'll make you very well rested. Every cell in your body will be rested. Every cell in your mind will be rested and relaxed. Sometimes you wake up in the morning and you're still feeling tired. That's because when the body is asleep, the mind is still active. This meditation and relaxation will relax your mind and allow you to have a beautiful, restful sleep. So now, close your eyes, take a deep breath. If you're wearing glasses, take your glasses off. You can lean against the bed or wall or cushion or whatever makes you comfortable. Stretch your legs if you need to. Take a deep breath. And now visualize this brilliant light of God above your head. It's full of love and peace and joy. As you breathe in, this God energy enters you from the top of your head and completely fills your forehead and your eyes and your cheeks and your lips and your chin. It fills your entire face. As you breathe out all your fear and anger and worries and problems down from the soles of your feet deep into the ground. Continue to breathe deeply. Once again, as you breathe in, you fill your neck and your torso and your entire back with this wonderful, loving, and powerful energy of God. As you breathe out all your problems and worries and fear and anger from the soles of your feet deep into the ground. Continue to breathe deeply. Once again, breathe in this powerful force of God from the top of your head and let it go down both your arms and legs, filling them with excellent health and strength. As you breathe out all your fears and anger and worries and problems down from the soles of your feet deep into the ground. Now focus your attention on the bridge of your nose. That's this part of your nose between your nostrils. Then breathe in and out, slowly and deeply. Breathe in and out, slowly and deeply. Just watch your thoughts go by like clouds in the sky. It doesn't matter whether they're good thoughts or bad thoughts. They're just thoughts. Let them float away like clouds in the sky. You just focus on the bridge of your nose and breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. Now your mind will feel very, very peaceful. Kids, as you go to bed now, don't run. Walk slowly. Don't shout. It's best if you don't speak at all, but if you must, speak softly. Try to maintain this beautiful state of mind that you now have developed, a peaceful state of mind, and go to bed so that you have a restful sleep. And don't forget to talk to Bhagwanji before going to bed. It doesn't have to be a formal prayer. You can just say good night to Bhagwanji. You can say thank you for all the wonderful things, all the blessings he has given you. And if you have any questions, you can always ask him. And the answers will come. Maybe not right away, but they will come. So now, kids, good night. Namaste, kids. Now you say Namaste, Nani, because I'm your Nani. So, Namaste, kids. Namaste, Nani. And I will talk to you next week. Good night and sweet dreams.